Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unscaled Travel Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Long, here with my co-host and co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
We are coming to you from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios, and we have a really fun, interesting, and if you ever needed an episode to make you feel poor, we have one for you, because this is about the most luxurious airports in the entire world, and some of the things that they offer are just absolutely mind-blowing. I can tell you through, we've traveled a lot of places. We've been to a lot of airports.
We have
been to some pretty good ones. And in fact, one on this list we've actually been to recently.
Yeah.
We have been to some smaller ones, and we have been to some downright just, they are just dog mess.
Well, I think airports cannot be, they're not apples to apples. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, depending on the size of the airport, like how many flights are coming in and out, you have to expect different things.
Yeah.
Obviously, a small regional airport isn't going to offer the same things as a large international airport. But I think what we're looking at is things that even set some of those large airports apart.
Yeah. Because when most people think about airport, right, it instantly, people have a love-hate relationship because it means you're going somewhere, so you love it. But it also means that security lines, screaming kids,
people sleeping on floors,
$18 sandwiches for some reason. But, you know, what if your layover came with a rooftop pool, a private chef, or a vending machine that sells gold?
I don't.
It's beyond thinking, right?
Doesn't seem like an airport.
So, you know, we're going to do our best. We've done a lot of research here, and we're jet setting through the world's most luxurious airports, the ones that can make 5-star hotels look really, really basic in a lot of areas. So we've built this list. We dug through some rankings through familiar faces like Skytrax, Forbes, the Points Guy, Condé Nast, and places like All Clear Travel and things like that, because awards do matter and for a lot of these. So it is one part research, one part obsession, because we do this for a living. So like anytime I know that you and I sit down, we're instantly talking about everything.
Yeah.
Why did this take so long?
Yes.
Why was that gate so small? How come there's no one here? Like, what's going on?
Or
Looks
even
like
if one of us travels alone, we're messaging the other one. Like, you're never going to believe what just happened to me at this airport.
Yeah. Like when I went to Boston's airport and I was texting you, I was like, why are they so obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts? There's like 18 different places to get Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. Whatever, you know, there's one down the street that we never visit. You know, but so let's look at the crown jewel, and it really is the crown jewel. If you go to their website right now, big bold letters out in front, they are a 13-time winner of Airport of the Year from Skytrax. Okay, and there's, I mean, it's Cheonggi in Seoul, Korea.
Which is actually, they call it the Jewel Airport, right?
Yeah. They have a big addition to it that's called the Jewel. And that's what people know it as, but it's almost like the airport is an afterthought. It is one of the busier airports in the world, but it's also one of the best. And people make the stop at the airport a destination stop in itself.
Yeah, it's almost like you said, the airport just sort of came after they decided they're going to build everything else. Like, I'm sure the airport was there before. There was like, okay, we need an airport. But then they're like, how can we make the airport experience something people want to go to? Even local people. Like, you're not flying out, but you want to hang out at the airport. How can we make that happen? And it's a little bit funny to me because this airport is almost like a giant shopping mall. And in today's day and age, shopping malls have totally gone out of style. But yet this mall it's a shopping mall, it's a hotel, it's an indoor waterfall. It's everything.
Yeah. It's almost like a botanical garden.
Yeah.
There's a hedge maze. inside the Jewel. Let me break it down a little bit for you. The Jewel terminal alone costs $1.25 billion to build. And I think it was completed in 2018. So it's been around for a couple of years now, and it's still just an amazing thing that you have to see to believe, right? It has the world's tallest indoor waterfall, the rain vortex, which is 40 meters high, which those of us in America who didn't learn that, it's about 7 stories tall. The waterfall by itself, that's right in the middle. It's kind of the centerpiece to everything else. And it's 5 stories up of like botanicals. There's plants from all over the world. Mm-hmm. Almost every continent is represented. And then it's 5 stories beneath with different shopping and different like administrative stuff for the airport and everything else. But it is a huge complex in and of itself.
I think if you look at the website, everything you need to know is that on the website, one of the headings is attractions. Yeah. There are attractions at this airport. I mean, that's usually like when you're going to go on vacation somewhere and you're like, what attractions are there for me to go see? This airport itself has a list of attractions, things you can do. Everything from stuff for kids to, as you said, a hedge maze. There's a mirror maze. There's like one of those bouncy places for kids. They also have like studios that you can rent out. Yeah. I mean, just kind of anything and everything that you might want.
I would imagine that this is one of those places that you could probably get married in.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Oh, you can.
It does. It says on the website that you can hire it for events, and then they even have a tab, weddings at the Jewel, and they have multiple locations that you can get married at. Yes. It's crazy. Who wants to get married at an airport? And yet this airport's like, you know what? We want to build a place that people want to come here and get married.
And there are, at any given weekend, or day, I guess, there's multiple weddings going on.
Crazy.
That's where people seek this place out. There's a sunflower rooftop, koi ponds. We mentioned the waterfall. I mean, all of this stuff, it's almost like a theme park for rich people.
It really is.
But anyone can go there. As long as you have a layover there, you're just, and it is a centerpiece of the community itself so that people that live there in Changi, seek it out. Like it's part of their everyday life. You go get a meal there, you go do some shopping there or whatever. The airport itself has been open since 1981. So it's been around for a while. They had just never stopped evolving what this airport is. And once you look at the details, you go online, you Google things, you start looking at the videos. I mean, there's all kinds of videos on YouTube about this beautiful place. You can see why now it's, named 13-time best airport in the entire world.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
I mean, outside of these crazy things you can do, there's over 140 shopping locations. Yeah. There's over 110, I think it says 112 places that you can eat or dine, pick up food. That in itself makes it impressive. But then you add all this other stuff in there, and it doesn't even seem like it's an airport anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Literally, they have a Shake Shack in there. Okay, that you can find Shake Shack all over the world, and it's consistently average. But this one has those beautiful waterfall views right there. I mentioned the butterfly garden in Terminal 3. It's the only one of its kind in the entire world. And then there's places like Yotel Air inside the Jewel. That's a micro hotel. Yeah. So if you have a longer layover, boom, you can, rent a room for a couple of hours, get in there, get some sleep, and feel rejuvenated. And then they also have like a free 24-hour movie theater in both the Terminals 2 and 3. It's free. They're playing movies all the time. So if you have young ones or whatever,
it's crazy.
Hop in there and see it. That's the crown jewel.
And now I want to go just to see this airport.
But can you gamble your life savings away like Harry Reid Airport? I don't know. It's on Scale Travel Show. Keep it right here.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hi.
We're in Sin City, Las Vegas in the Diamondback Lanservain Studios, and we're talking all about luxurious airports. Not just any, the most luxurious airports in the world. And some of the construction costs, some of the awards, and the signature pieces, and a lot of these airports, I mean, just blow your mind.
Well, and you had mentioned right before we went to break the Las Vegas airport and how you can gamble in it. And anytime we fly in, we always see people coming off the plane who have never flown into Vegas before, pulling out their phones, taking pictures, taking video.
Yeah.
Like, they are amazed because it is a bit of a spectacle. You come off your flight and there are slot machines right in front of you.
Look, we don't bury the lead here. You're coming to Vegas to bet your money, so we're going to let you start right there in the airport. And the thing about it, really, honestly, is like we hear stories. I mean, we live here locally. We hear stories all the time. It's in the news where tourists will be on their way out and they'll put their last $20 in, or, you know, their gambling money in there, and they'll walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars.
People hit
it
the
happens
jackpot
all the time at the airport, which is, you know, the airport itself is pretty simple.
Yeah.
Although a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with it because it can be frustrating at times. But that thing right there kind of sets it apart from most airports throughout the world. And people do leave that airport all the time with way more money than they ever thought they would, and better odds from the casinos. And so it does make it pretty unique.
Yeah.
So
it's an interesting airport. If you're going to have a layover somewhere, this isn't a bad airport to have a layover.
Yeah, it's not like, I don't know, Denver's airport.
Although we did have a layover in Denver recently, and I saw something I had not seen before, which is something our next airport has. But they had a whole golf simulator experience that you could go in and practice your swing. Never seen that in an airport before.
Yeah, I don't think I saw one person walk into there. So it is.
I felt a little bad.
It's a little sad.
It was kind of tucked away though too. Like, I don't think people saw it. We only saw it because we were bored and walking around.
I know. It sounds like I'm hating on the Denver airport, and I am, because I've never had a good experience there. But let's move on to happy times, right? Happy times include the Hamad International Airport in Qatar. And it is always recognized as one of the best, if not the best, airport in the Middle East. It is a multiple-time winner of, get this, the best shopping experience for airports. It just re-upped on that award this year.
Which, comparing it to the airport we just spoke about, it doesn't have...
Changi, yeah.
Yes, it doesn't have as many shops, but it is... What this one has are upscale luxury shops.
Oh, so you're talking about Louis V.
Yeah. And
the like.
The thing that's really cool is they're set in basically like an orchard. This airport also created this whole, let's bring nature inside. And so you can be inside this like outdoor experience, and that's where all the shops are. So it's kind of weird. Like, I can't really picture it.
It's like a shopping gazebo. How would you like to be indoors and out of doors at the same time and also spend thousands of dollars on a purse?
True, yes.
You want a Birkin, but you don't want to deal with all that pesky nature, but you do want to be in nature at the same time? We have an airport for you. What does that marketing strategy look like?
I don't know.
But inside, they do have the thing that probably the most Instagrammable part of Hamad International Airport is the lamp bear. The lamp bear is as crazy as it sounds, right? It is a 23-foot canary yellow teddy bear sculpted from bronze that costs, around $6.8 million.
Wow.
It sits peacefully, the bear, inside of a lamp for some reason. The artist described it as a playful piece that humanizes the space around it and reminds travelers of childhood or precious objects from home. The pictures, I'm sure if you've Googled it online, I mean, it is a humongous,
it's giant
yellow teddy bear. And it is something.
It's a spectacle.
It is. Everyone, hey, we have slot machines. They have a giant yellow teddy bear.
Well, yeah, you have to have something to attract people there.
Yeah. So it is also won multiple times Skytrax World's Best Airport. So it's kind of changed off with the Cheonggi Airport in Seoul, South Korea. It is also a Forbes Travel Guide 5-star airport and all of those wonderful things. Listen to some of these luxuries, because I know you have something over there, but the luxury amenities. VIP terminal with private immigration, security, all of that stuff. So you don't have to mingle with the commoners if you don't need to, right? An in-airport hotel, if you need to get some Z's.
It's actually the world's first airport hotel that is located inside the actual airport terminal itself. So you don't have to leave the main part of the airport to go to this hotel.
That is nuts. It also has an indoor train station and a luxury spa.
Yeah, the spa. I was reading about the spa, and it's just the things that they have. It is called the Vitality Wellbeing and Fitness Center. It has a 25-meter swimming pool, hydrotherapy tubs, a gym, a full-fledged spa with treatments. This is also where the golf simulator is, and they have a squash court
of course they
in
do.
the airport.
Of course they do.
Because why wouldn't you need to play squash between flights?
If Cheonggi is about hospitality and harmony and kind of centering yourself around all of that stuff, Hamad International Airport is more about scale and spectacle. And maybe just a little bit of showing off.
A little bit.
A little bit of showing off. I like it, though. I mean, again, when you kind of go to the regional airports that you find in the United States, it's, I don't know, how do you describe some of these places?
Regional airports in
Sad.
the United States. Yeah, sad. You're lucky if anything is open inside there.
Oftentimes, I mean, how many times have you flown into Springfield, Missouri's airport?
Oh my gosh.
And the same people that check you in
are your gate agents also.
make you wait for an hour so they can go and put on their other gear.
Yes.
And they're also
That's happened to me multiple times where I could not check in my luggage because the only employees they have at the airport are also getting people on a plane.
Yeah.
So you just stand there until that flight takes off, and then they moved back to the front to check in your luggage. There is one place to eat.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
And usually the guy who just handled your luggage
is making your coffee.
He's fixing your chow mein.
And he's also getting the luggage off the planes.
So it's a little bit different than the Hamad International Airport in Qatar. A little bit different, but well, sometimes we just got to do what we got to do, right?
Right.
So you should definitely, when you go by there, see the famous lamp bear. Take a book or a spa treatment, for a spa treatment, and then go do a little shopping. Play some squash, do some shopping, like Gucci. All of that kind of stuff. Bring your credit card. All that. You're going to need it. Bring in a loan application. We're going to have more. It's the Unscaled Travel Show. We'll be right back.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
Feeling very poor in the city of Las Vegas in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios. Actually, we're talking about the most luxurious airports in the world. And quick correction, I kept saying Cheonggi was in South Korea, in Seoul. My bad. Singapore. We'll get to Seoul. We'll get to the airport in Seoul.
Seoul is on the list.
Yes, it is on the list, so that's why I kept getting it mixed up. But Cheonggi is actually in Singapore. I apologize. The next one I really want to mention is a place that's blown up over the last 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. And now we keep running into people that are like, oh yeah, we've been to Dubai multiple times, or it's on my list and I actually have a ticket. We're going, which is good because one of the best airports in the world continuously. It is so far a 9-time winner as the best airport in the Middle East, and that is the Dubai International Airport.
Yeah, I think we're kind of seeing a recurring theme here, that the best airports in the world are all kind of in the same region, and that is not in the United States of America.
Yeah. The frustrating thing, and we'll talk about Dubai here in a second, right? But the frustrating thing is that American corporations, basically, if you know anything about the American government, American corporations run our government. Conspiracy theorists, right? But that means that they strip everything that's good out of places. I don't know if you've noticed, or if any of our listeners have noticed, like if you've flown in the United States, all of these airports have been under construction for years. A lot of them have been at LAX and JFK and Newark and all these other places have been under construction for years.
Houston International.
George Bush International has been under construction for at least 2 decades.
As long as I can remember.
It's still under construction. But they almost seem to be removing more seats so you can't sit down. Mm-hmm. If you go to your gate, there's like 10 seats now.
Yeah.
Because they want you up and moving and going to shops and restaurants. So now it's even more pressure, and it's almost this worse experience because like you can't even just sit and get ready for your flight, the thing that you paid to do. Like now you have to do all this other stuff. It's not even a choice. Like we're not going to put enough seats in so you move around. And when you move around, you're going to spend money. And that's at the heart of everything. And so you see kind of this change where it's luxury. You come to Dubai International Airport and there's shopping. There's world-class shopping. Yeah, there's world-class restaurants and things. But we also want you to feel at ease. And we want to take some of that stress out of travel and different things, almost night and day compared to a lot of American airports.
Absolutely.
And it can be super frustrating.
Absolutely. I mean, I've flown quite a bit this year so far, and the last few times I've flown, I have struggled to find a place to sit even near my gate. And I was just flying to see our daughter not too long ago, and there was nowhere to sit. So I ended up walking down the hall because my flight wasn't supposed to leave for another hour and a half. And I end up on the other side of the airport before I really found a place to sit. Thankfully, they made an announcement throughout the entire airport that they were moving up our flight and we were leaving early. And I ran back to my gate. But it was a bit of a frustrating experience.
Yeah. And oftentimes here they'll say like, well, we have so many passengers, we're just trying to move passengers. Mm-hmm. Dubai International Airport is literally one of the busiest international airports in the entire world. Pre-pandemic levels, 85 million travelers every single year.
Wow.
So, and they do it with such efficiency. Now, this is the home of Emirates Airlines, which is often associated with some of the best airlines in the entire world and best experiences as far as travel and everything else. So you can kind of see where they hold this. There's a different standard. Yeah. There's a different standard of service and a different standard of luxury. The Terminal 3, which is home to Emirates Airlines when it was built, $4.5 billion.
Wow.
It is gigantic too. Over 18 million square feet in this terminal alone. It's bigger than a lot of neighborhoods.
That one terminal.
Yeah, that one terminal.
Wow.
And that's just what it is. I mean, they're like, hey, if you're going to come here, you're going to have this luxury experience. We want you to feel every bit. And it doesn't matter if you're flying first class or you're flying economy. You have access to everything that they offer, including services like, I can't pronounce a name. You and I were going back and forth on it.
Right.
And I think it's like Mahias.
I'm not sure.
But it's a service that is a private, sociable space for you and your family or whoever you're traveling with, just designed to just, be a place where you can go and relax, and
it's like
they
your
have
own
couches and beds.
Personal lounge to hang out in.
Absolutely.
The thing about this airport, and I haven't been to Dubai. I do have a friend who just recently went, and she said, it's if you think luxury, multiply that by 100, and that's Dubai. And I think they built the airport with that in mind too, because yes, it has shopping, but again, it's luxury brands. This is like Rodeo Drive inside an airport.
You're not going to find a Walmart there?
No.
Oh.
It also has a whole garden, indoor, outdoor, waterfall thing. Like, I guess this part of the world is very fascinated with bringing the outdoors in.
Yeah.
So they have, again, this beautiful garden that you can just go hang out in. There's walking trails. There's all these different things you can do. They also have a gaming space where if you are a gamer, you can go and they have PlayStations and PCs set up and Xboxes. You can just go play games.
Just want to go hang out at the
pass
airport.
time. I know.
I mean, you put on top of that like cigar lounges, champagne bars. They were even some of the first places to have these vending machines that sell actual gold bars. Gold bars. You ever just look at a vending machine and go, oh, Snickers, Pepsi? No. I think I'll take that gold bar. Well, you could do that, at a few places there in Dubai, but that is one of the places that they stuck one of those. Yeah,
I can't even wrap my head around it. Usually in the airport vending machine, it's like, oh, do you need headphones?
And the headphones cost as much as a gold bar. Did you forget your headphones? Too bad. Sign these loan papers. Keep it right here. The most luxurious airports in the world and why you can't be a part of them. No. Unskilled Travel Show. We'll be right back.
Unskilled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unskilled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
We're in beautiful Sin City, Las Vegas in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios. Check us out, unskilledtravelshow.com for all of our past episodes and interviews. Thank you all so much to everyone who has found us after the show airs. We put it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We have a bunch of new subscribers, and we appreciate each and every one of you and all of our love to our affiliates around the world. Right? Getting it all in there, man. I love talking about this because people have different experiences, right? We talk about all these places around the world, and we have affiliates literally everywhere in the world. And sometimes people will write in and be like, we know exactly what you're talking about. This is our home airport, or this is our home hotel, or whatever. And, it's never, well, hardly ever. It's hardly ever me just ranting. Old man rants at cloud, right?
Which you do.
Which I do. I was just talking about, just went off on our government, which...
the Denver airport. You just have a hate for the Denver airport. I have a hate for the Atlanta airport.
Oh, my God. The Hartsfield airport?
I will do anything I can not to fly into Atlanta. And if you've ever made the mistake of being in the Atlanta airport and you thought, I'm not going to take the tram, I'm going to walk. Don't. Just get on the tram because it will be 17 miles later and you're still walking.
If you can get on the tram. They have multiple, like they're supposed to have multiple trams, but every time I've been,
one's broken.
The other tram is broken. So there's only one and everyone's trying to get on there. And it's like midday Tokyo. And everyone's just shoving people in and out like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Like oftentimes when I get on that one, I have to just sit on it.
Until it goes all the way around.
All the way around because I can't get off at the next stop. There's so many people.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, but since you mentioned Tokyo, one of the Tokyo airports is on our list.
Yeah. Tokyo Haneda Airport, the one we did not fly into when we went to Tokyo.
Of course.
We went to Narita.
We did go to Narita because the flight was cheaper.
The flight was cheaper, and we didn't know.
We also didn't realize it was going to be like a 2-hour train ride into the city.
Yeah,
and had we flown into Haneda, we would have been right in the middle of the city.
Where our hotel was, literally, it was like 2 blocks away.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
If we could do it over.
The Tokyo Haneda Airport, right there in the middle of Tokyo, regularly awarded as the cleanest airport in the world, which let me tell you something, I believe it because we did walk through it. Remember the side that we walked through because where the trains connect and you can get
that's where we got our train passes.
Absolutely. Number one, I believe it. Number two, they pride themselves on it. And it is right there in the middle. And it is oftentimes, when we talk about Asia, the South Pacific, Skytrax has it as the best domestic airport for many, many, many years.
I will say, of all the places we've been, Japan in general, cleanest place ever. Yeah. Like, you don't see trash. You don't see litter. There's not even trash cans. You take your trash with you.
You take it's personal responsibility. Yeah. Take your trash with you.
And super nice people.
Just very accommodating. Like, way nicer. Remember, we came back, we flew into LAX, and we were just standing there in line, and like there was a shouting match going on next to us. And we were like, oh, we're definitely back in the U.S.
Right.
Like, two crazy people were just screaming at each other for no reason.
But the thing with this airport, which I wish we would have flown in so we could see it, is the Ida-style shopping street. So it's modeled after this old world Japan feel, I guess is how you would say it, which is really cool because walking around Japan, we did get to see that. But, seeing it in the airport as soon as you come off, it's going to kind of be like landing in Vegas and seeing those slot machines for the first time. Yeah. You're going to grab your phone and you're going to take some pictures.
And it's also home to those famed capsule hotels. Yes. Like, you don't get a room, you get a capsule, like space, if you like that.
Like a mausoleum?
Yeah, I could never do it.
No.
I couldn't. I couldn't do that. But a lot of people really like it. High-end sushi bars right there at the airport, all of that stuff. Another gigantic one that people that were just in, I'm a part of SATW, the travel journalist group, they all just went to Istanbul for the latest conference. They were raving about the Istanbul International Airport. It is, number one, ginormous. It's often rated as the best airport in Europe.
Really?
It won that distinction latest in 2022, but it's so big. It's capable of handling 200 million passengers every single year at full build out. Wow. They're still adding on to it. That's how big this airport is. But they say it's so easy to move around that it doesn't feel as big as it sounds. And it is home to the Turkish Airlines, which is Turkish Airlines, along with Emirates, we were just talking about, as some of the best airlines in the entire world, just service and class and everything else. And the Turkish Airlines Lounge is often compared to the very best 5-star hotels in the world.
Really?
Gourmet food courts, sleeping pods, robot assistants, art gallery, all of it.
Robot assistants.
That's where I take it, right? Every single time. If you listen to any episode of the show, there's always a mention of a robot assistant. And then the one I was talking about and kept getting mixed up was Seoul's Incheon Airport in South Korea. Construction cost $4.5 billion. But when it was finished from 2009 to 2012, it was named the best airport in the world. Best airport transit system, spas, golf courses, an ice skating rink inside.
Wow.
And a lot of these places we failed to mention, but a lot of them, if you have a long enough layover with the concierge or whoever, like a concierge in an airport, which is crazy to say, but with that, you can get like free tours of the city. They'll take you out.
Right.
And like store your luggage and all that stuff. And they'll show you the city for free. And they'll bring you back, but you can, like, if you have a long enough layover, you can actually do something and not just sit inside the airport.
That's awesome. I think that's really what sets these apart. They're like, look, we know you probably don't want to sit here, even though we have all this really cool stuff to do. So let us show you why our city's awesome and you should come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. We don't do that here.
No.
We're like, if you can find a plastic chair, sit in it. Eat your $18 sandwich.
Eat your $18 Subway sandwich.
I actually got an $18 Porto Sub sandwich when I flew out last time. Oh, it's so sad.
Oh, extra mayo. It's on Scale Travel Show. World's most luxurious airports. We'll be right back.
Unskilled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Remember, check us out, unscaledtravelshow.com. All of our past episodes and interviews. I'm Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hi.
We are talking about some of the best and most luxurious airports in the world. You know, the crazy thing, we're mentioning all these different airports, but like you don't necessarily have to be first class. You don't have to necessarily be like the upper echelon. Like a lot of these services in some of these airports are for
Everyone.
Yeah. Every passenger. And so like it takes us naturally to one of the trips that we took, and probably the only airport besides LAX that we've actually been to that is on this list. And I know people around the world just said LAX. Trust me, I'll explain. But Zurich.
Yes.
The airport in Zurich. Now, the airport in Zurich is not flashy. It's not the one that's going to have the yellow canary teddy bear in the middle and all of that stuff.
Or the giant waterfall.
Yeah, or any of that stuff, man. But it is a really beautiful, renovated airport, hugely international, handles a lot of passengers. It does have the distinction of winning multiple times the Best Airport Staff in Europe award from Skytrax multiple times. They are super friendly. We've been there.
Yes.
They are super helpful. And it would give Tokyo's Haneda Airport a run for the money as far as being one of the cleaner airports that we've ever gone, especially for the amount of people that pass through there. I mean,
True.
It was super
It really
clean.
was. Yeah.
And it almost had this calming effect.
It does. And the thing I didn't even realize about this airport until after we left was they actually have a giant park outside that you can walk outside the terminal and go just be in the park, where they have park rangers that give tours. The park also doubles as a fairground, so oftentimes there's festivals out there.
What?
There's even pavilions where people get married at the park.
Sure.
The park,
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, let's get married at the airport.
The thing this airport does, though, that I think is really cool is they offer tours of the airport, like behind the scenes tours.
Really?
You can go and tour like hangars and things like that. You can even have children's birthday parties in this airport. That's how much people want to be in this airport. They're having their children's birthday parties.
Our son would have loved that.
He would have.
When he was younger, he would have actually loved that.
He really would.
Which is crazy to even think about. I would love that. I would love that now.
You would.
We're going back. We're going back.
You really would, yeah.
But Zurich, you know, there's the things that like we didn't find out about because, you know, research and all that stuff. But the trains are so efficient there in Switzerland, and the Swiss travel pass that you absolutely need to get to travel around because it'll save you a ton of money. It goes right up to the airport. It's one of the major stops. Like everyone uses it. Definitely do not take a cab from the airport.
Oh, gosh.
Remember that ride to the hotel that was like, 20 minutes away, maybe?
And cost us, I don't know, $17,000.
It was like $120, dude. It was like Manhattan, like, you know, traveling through Manhattan during the middle of the day.
I've spent less money flying into Manhattan than on my Uber to my airport than we did on this one.
Yeah. So, you know, efficiency.
The thing everybody does tell you about going to Switzerland is things are more expensive there. So just expect that will probably happen. When you for instance, we went to a fast food chain that we have here in the U.S. We typically would spend, I don't know, $20, $25. You and I ate there the first night. It was like double the price.
Yeah.
So things are just more expensive in Switzerland.
And
but
we were
it's
exhausted,
kind of worth it.
So we just dealt with it. You know, like we'll just deal with that like never. We'll just never talk about that ever again.
Next paycheck, Amy's problem.
But they do have, I mean, it is really efficient. It's one of the multiple years in a row winning awards for efficiency, for getting people in and getting people through immigration. I think they have a time at like 10 minutes or so that most passengers get through immigration, that they get through all the things. And then you could still actually pick up one of those really expensive, really nice Swiss watches that everyone always talks about. So like you can not only just get to where you need to go, but also it still has those like things of class and the luxury that keeps repeating itself here. But the on-site airport pods and different things where you can rest in the spas and all of that good
They
stuff.
have spas and wellness centers and the shopping experiences and hotel rooms. All these things all the other hotels have. Zurich has it too, minus the indoor, waterfall.
Yeah.
But they have an outdoor fairground. So,
So really quickly, you can go to a festival if you have enough time and big enough layover. But I want to talk about Munich's airport. And our friend John is going to actually be flying into Munich, this airport, here in the next couple of months. And I'm really super jealous because I haven't been to this one. But it is a 5-star airport, one of only 10 worldwide that have this distinction of 5-star airports. And I think all of them are on this list. But it has one of the world's only airport breweries, the Airbrow, that has on-site brewing, beer gardens, all of the kind of stuff, rotating art exhibits, and even a skating rink in the wintertime.
Why have we not flown into this airport?
I don't know.
This seems like the kind of airport that you would want to be in.
Yeah. This is like, instead of Serenity, the airport hands you a beer and says, you know what, buddy? We'll just take a load off. That's exactly what I want.
But this hotel or airport has like a Hilton hotel inside of it with many apartments that you can stay in.
Yeah.
So, if you have an overnight layover, you don't have to sleep in a coffin. You can sleep in an actual apartment of your own here in the airport.
Nice.
Like, that's nice. After going and hanging out at the brewery and then
Yeah.
getting your pretzel.
Yeah, exactly. They had those giant pretzels, Bavarian pretzels. And then right outside of Terminal 2, like I said, is that they set up a full-size skating rink in wintertime. So you have a layover and you got your skates. Actually, you can rent them there. You don't even need your skates. You can go and skate in the wintertime. I mean, to me, it's those little touches like that. It kind of brings, we were kind of joking earlier about bringing the outside in and everything, but it is more about bringing that culture and that like togetherness that a lot of cultures celebrate way better than America.
For sure.
Brings that kind of into your stop to make you think about the next time you travel.
Yeah.
Like the next time, if I have this layover in Munich, I can do all these wonderful things and get all these tours and all that wonderful stuff. But it makes me go, I want to go back there.
Well,
and I think that's what a lot of places are missing.
And what we haven't really talked about, but all of these airports have multiple lounges. And I think most people have heard of lounges, but usually in the U.S., you have to have some type of membership to get into lounges. A lot of these have lounges for just anybody to go into. Some of them are, a first class lounge, or you have to, be a member of a certain airline to be in the lounge, but they all have amazing lounge experiences. And at this one, Lufthansa has a first class lounge that includes obviously dining, but it also has a cigar lounge and bar in it, and a private driver that will take you from the lounge directly to your plane. So you don't even have to deal with the people.
That's what I want. I want to get just stinking whatever in the lounge.
You want to be at the beer garden? Go to the lounge.
Get with a private driver, because obviously I'm not walking that distance. No. And then go right to the plane so I can sleep it off for the next 16-hour trip I have. That's exactly it. If you're at the Zurich airport, I will tell you this. A little hidden gem, and I don't like that term, but hidden gem is observation deck E. If you like to do plane spotting, panoramic Alps views, that's where you need to go. Okay. A little secret between me and you and anyone else who's read the website. Go there, spot some planes, spot some Alps, hopefully not together, right?
Get some Swiss chocolate while you're at it.
Oh, absolutely. Unscaled Travel Show. Keep it right here.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unskilled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-host and co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
We're in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios. And we hope you're having fun with us as we talk about the most luxurious airports in the world. And I can't believe we've actually been to one of these. Actually, technically
We've been
two.
Two, yeah.
And this is the one that'll probably surprise people because it's the only one that we could find that's located here in the United States.
And I have to be honest, we're not actually talking about the average airport experience because
No,
we
we're not.
have flown in and out of this airport multiple times. And I would not call this a luxury experience at all.
And that's a good distinction because, look, LAX, how do you put this nicely on radio?
There's no nice way to say it.
It's a hellscape. Okay. LAX itself is just a nightmare.
Every time I go there, I have no idea where I'm going because it's, again, always under construction. They're always moving. Oh, you need to go this way for baggage, or you need to now go down this long hallway to get to baggage, or ground transportation is now out this door and across this parking lot and get on a bus, and then they're going to take you to another parking lot.
And I wish you were exagerating.
I'm not.
But that's like the real
not.
journey through LAX, right? And then you deal with the staff. The staff are most of the time less than friendly.
They don't want to be there.
They don't want to be there. They don't want you to be there. I mean, they're mad that you showed up, you know. But they do have something that you can get to bypass all of that. And that is the LAX private suite service. Now, they shortened it a couple years ago, I think, from private suite to just PS. So we'll just say PS. But it is an annual membership thing, but it bypasses the worst parts of the airport for, you know.
To me, it's
For a little
almost
bit of money.
like a private airport.
Almost.
Because you really don't go into the main airport at all. You do not go through the main TSA.
Yeah.
You do not have to be in with the masses. You go to a private suite, as it says.
Yeah.
And this is an experience where, again, they will drive you in a luxury car from your suite directly on the tarmac to your plane. And you get to board the plane, not with the other people.
Yeah. And I think I cannot stress that enough. You don't have to be around the other people until you're actually on the plane.
Here's my question.
Uh-huh.
If you had the money to do this, why are you hanging out at the airport for hours? Wouldn't you just like show up right in time to just walk on the plane?
Well, you know, that is a very good question because a lot of people are like, I don't want the whole experience. But I think this, with the membership and everything that you get with it, is a part of the experience that you don't want to pass up because it's not just for you. It's for people, I think up to 4 people at a time. So you have this membership. And I will tell you right now, the membership cost is $4,800 a year. Okay. And that's just to be a member of the PS. And then you pay on top of that to have the actual services. But listen to some of the things that are involved with this. We just told you, this is apart from the airport. You're not going to LAX direct. You're going to a private little area where security is there. They will check you in. They will escort you to your private suite. They will, you have access to, you already mentioned the private TSA. You don't have to go through the plebe.
Which right there might be worth it.
That might be worth the $4,800 plus the costs domestically. There's a domestic cost and an international cost.
Yeah, yeah.
And looking at the pricing on here, it's just, it's good to be rich some days. But you have the private TSA. You have private chef-prepared meals. They will fix you anything that you want. You mentioned the BMW or luxury car tarmac transfer. Mm-hmm. They will pick you up from your PS and drive you straight to where you need to be.
And vice versa. If you're coming in, they will... You come off the plane and you get right into a car and they will drive you to your suite.
Complimentary spa experiences. There is a hair salon there that you can have for a la carte. You know, there's a cost to that, but you can be up there. You can be there up to 3 hours ahead of time, and you and up to 4 people can have like, hey, we all want massages, and it comes fully stocked. I mean, we're talking any adult beverages. And I've seen pictures from Veuve Clicquot to I don't know, Bud Light, whatever you want. If you tell them ahead of time and it's
They'll
within
stock it
reason,
for
they
you.
will stock it for you. And you can have as much of it as you absolutely want. There's art all over the walls that is for sale. It is it's a whole experience, a private area for your kids, a private area for your animals.
This is like living like a celebrity.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and
This is what
obviously
celebrities
this
do.
is in LA, so that's why it's there. Because I don't know that you're seeing that many average people in private suites. I think this is for your luxury customers.
Yeah. I mean, not only celebrities, but like pseudo celebrities and people who just want, and it's getting to that point where, I mean, I try to put it in a speaking term of like how we got clear a few years ago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we were just like, okay, I'm not going to sit in the regular line. I'm going to go jump to the front of the line. And now everyone's paying for clear. And then TSA PreCheck came out. And now all of a sudden like, oh, okay, it's another experience where I get to jump to the front of the line. This, like, you don't even deal with the line here.
Right.
And that's what really, honestly, looking at the cost of it, that's where all of it comes in. And a lot of these places that we've mentioned on the show today have that experience built in for different customers of different levels.
Yeah.
You can come here. We will pick you up in a Rolls Royce, like at Dubai, at some of these airports, and we will take you, because we're going to do the TSA thing ourselves. You're just not going to have to do it with everyday people. And it's not that LAX or some of these terminals that it's exclusive to it. There are different terminals around the world that have this experience. We mentioned Dubai, the entire terminal. They have an entire terminal dedicated to private jet arrivals and departures. This is a little different because if you have this and you're paying the membership and everything, and you're still flying Frontier. If you're on a Spirit
Airlines.
If you're on Spirit Airlines, they will still take you to your Spirit
And you
Airlines
don't have
flight.
bags on Spirit because you're not paying $300 to take a bag.
You're paying $4,800, then plus another fee, but you're not paying that money for Spirit.
It's on principle.
It's on principle alone. I am not giving Spirit Airlines any
I
more money.
FedExed my luggage to my destination. I would rather give them the money than give Spirit Airlines another $75 each way
That
for
is
me
a
to
real
take
thing.
a suitcase.
I will FedEx my luggage before I give you any more money.
I have done this.
I know. You're proud of it too. But the Dubai airport, it's dedicated to their private jet arrivals and departures. But the LAX one, Munich and Frankfurt, they have VIP wings. It's like the newer thing to do. And even I think Teterboro in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. East Coast elites and celebrities often have their own.
I can see that because in general, the airport experience is not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
There are a ton of people. And if you are someone who is a celebrity or easily recognizable and you're already feeling, just in your everyday life, people are always watching me, you're not going to want to be surrounded by thousands of people. So I could see doing this. I think for your everyday person, it's a little bit maybe not needed, but a really cool experience if you have some money. I don't know. Maybe for somebody's birthday, you're like, hey, we're going to go on this awesome trip. And I got us this cool suite to hang out in.
I did see a celebrity. They had a TikTok up a while back, and I forget exactly who it was, but well-known person has a lot of money. And people were like, why are you on a domestic flight? You're rich. Shouldn't you be on private flights? And he broke down the cost while he was sitting in his chair. He was like, look, I have lots of money, but the reason I have lots of money is because I don't spend all the money. He was like, a private flight on, one of these planes or whatever can be upwards of $200,000.
Crazy.
Which, yes, get you a level of service and get you exclusivity and everything else. This is like the next best thing without spending that crazy amount of money, $200,000 for a private jet. Well, let me just pay, I don't know. It looks like if you paid the membership and then like if you were going out, maybe $7,000 for this experience where I don't have to deal with the public and I go to the front of the line and I can still have all the luxury that I'm used to.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling everyone out there is give me money. Send some money to the show.
Subscribe to our show.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. We're desperately poor here. So we can, not travel with the rest of you. We hope you had fun. We hope we hope you laughed a little bit about just some of this craziness out there. Money doesn't solve everything, but it can solve a lot of things. We'll see you next time on Scale Travel Show. You guys have a good time.